This screencast is going to be an overview of the productivity toolbar called Read and Write with Google. It's an extension that will show up within your browser as a little purple puzzle piece that you can click on to activate or click again to deactivate. Within a Google Doc itself, you'll see a little purple puzzle piece, actually drop-down tab that you can click to kind of activate in that sense. And there are a lot of different tools built within this. There's actually 20 right now, and they're broken down kind of as reading tools, writing tools, and then there are dictionary and vocabulary tools, and I'll try to highlight all of them pretty quickly. The first set of tools in terms of the reading tools is probably what it's most well known for, this extension itself, where you can highlight what you want to have read, click play.
New Hampshire's maple syrup producers say they are feeling the impact of...
And it will read what you've highlighted. There are some settings that you can choose under the gear to change the voice. So this is US Ava. I could do US Tom, Mexican, Spanish, French, Australian, and it's quite a list to be able to change the accent. I can change the speed as well, and then I can choose continuous reading, which means wherever I highlight first, it'll just continue to read from there until the article is done or whatever the passage was is finished. And then there's also a translation tool that's built within the toolbar, and this is where you can choose the language you would like it to translate to. So that's within that gear right there. Another reading tool that's built right within is the this hover speech. So if I do that,
New
I can
Hampshire's
just
maple
click.
syrup producers say they are feeling the impact of climate change.
I can click wherever instead of
Others
highlight.
are dealing with another trend attributed to warmer temperatures.
And notice I never had to come up here and click play. I just clicked and it started to read to me whatever text was in that sentence. So that's the hover speech bubble. The screenshot reader tool enables you to draw a text box around whatever you want to have read. So if I want to draw a box, it's going to use OCR technology.
Some producers talked of seeing a steep drop in...
It's going to use OCR technology, which is optimal character recognition, and it's essentially taking that image and trying to read any text from it. Helpful if you wanted to highlight pictures with captions or graphs or something like that that you would like to have read aloud. So I can just close out of that to get it to go away. There's another reading tool that is called Practice Reading Aloud, and this is a kind of a nice fluency tool built right within where I can click on this little person with the book. It's going to open in a new tab. It'll take the article and open in a new tab, and then from here I can have the article read to me again if I need to. A couple of the reading tools are kind of curated right here on the toolbar, including one of them that is called the masking tool. So if it's going to help me to practice reading aloud, I can activate that masking tool. The translation tool is built right within it as well. And then over here to the right is the practice reading aloud set of tools where I can start to record myself reading the article. So New Hampshire's maple syrup producers say they are feeling the impact of climate change. When I stop it, I can click play to listen to myself reading. And then over here, I can actually send that audio file to my teacher for them to listen to. So a great tool that's built right within. When I'm finished doing the practice, I can just close out of the tab. It takes me back to the original, which is really, really nice. And then finally, the speech maker is another pretty useful tool that saves the article or whatever has been highlighted to an MP3 file. So I can highlight if I wanted the whole article, the whole thing, but if I just wanted these two paragraphs, then I can click onto the icon that has the headphones and the little piece of paper between it, and that is the speech maker. So it will create an audio file of what I have highlighted. Again, where I can insert it anywhere into anything. And then writing tools, some of the writing tools that are built within it, there's a word prediction. So if I went to just a practice Google Doc here, flipped over to activate my toolbar and wanted to turn on the word prediction all the way to the left, you'll see a curated bubble, or menu, I should say, for common words that start a sentence. And as I start to type, I can start to fill
mountains,
those words. It'll also, of course, as you heard, it will pronounce the words as well as you're typing. So useful for fluency, but also if you broke your hand and you were, not able to type as quickly as you normally do, it could speed that process up as well for you. There's a Google Voice typing built right within it is the little headphone icon that I could activate and start speaking, and then it's going to put that into text on my doc. I would recommend still using the Google Voice or the voice typing feature built right within Google Docs, because that is pretty robust and does a really nice job. But it's built into the toolbar too. And then there is a voice note option that records your voice for up to 1 minute, of instruction or dictation, and then it will place it as an audio comment off to the side, which is very helpful as well. You can use it, of course, for comments. It's good for collaboration. If you're working remotely, you could, instead of doing comments to the side, actually have little recorded conversation off to the right if you needed to. So a nice feature that will, again, save that file. And you can see it'll just start to count down and give you 1 minute for each one, and then you can insert it over to the right-hand side there. And it also saves a file in your Google Drive into a folder called Voice Notes. And then there are some dictionary and vocabulary tools that are built right in. And for that, it's kind of incredible what you can do you can highlight a word, click the dictionary. It'll give you all of the parts of speech and their definitions, and then you can play that and it will pronounce it for you or read it to you. And then there is a picture dictionary right next to it. So whatever you have highlighted will have a little image that I can actually then click and drag into the doc if I wanted to, copy and paste them in if need be as well, and use them in different presentations or whatever the case may be. You'll also notice that I have already highlighted some of the words just in this article from World Book, and you can use these highlighting tools right at the top in all different colors. And after you've highlighted them, you can click this, what looks like a little list icon, and it will generate a vocabulary list of all of the words, the part of speech, the definitions, and it'll pull the picture from the picture dictionaries as well. So right now it's generating, and then it even gives you a column of notes or note-taking that, since this is a working doc, I could change the top to, my sentence and use these words in a sentence, that kind of thing. And I can retitle it and then share it off or collaborate within this vocabulary list that it just generated for me. And it does a pretty good job. They keep adding to pictures. So you saw there wasn't a picture for clownfish, but they do have a picture for tentacles. An anemone. That's also kind of impressive. So you get the idea that, of what that can do. And then kind of along with the vocabulary tool, there's a highlighting tool that with an article you can highlight sentences in different colors, and then collect all of your highlights into a Google Doc as well by using this circular tool right here that says collect highlights. It gives me the option to collect which colors I want, or I can sort them by position, and then I can click OK. It's going to, again, generate a Google Doc that pulls all those highlights. If I had a ton of yellow ones, it would keep those ones together. And if I didn't want them kept together, I would choose position. It also provides a link right back to the source. So whatever it was that I was highlighting, I can link right back to it. as well. And then again, it becomes a working doc, so I can change the name, share it out, collaborate with it. So a pretty robust feature right there. And like I said earlier, they usually push 2 to 5 tools out every year. There is a support icon, the question mark right here, that can take you to a lot of their support, support, materials, files. They have a YouTube channel that has videos recapping on how to use each little individual tool that you would be able to share and show others. So hopefully that helps you get started, and please reach out to TLC. Let us know if you have any questions on the toolbar or if something's not working properly. Thanks.